Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier sports publication. Pick up your copy today. Visit them online on the web at pittsburghsportsreport.com. All right, big night for North Allegheny here tonight. A rout, and they finish off Mount Lebanon in pretty fine fashion here tonight. Our PSR player of the game, of course, is Josh Bergman. Number 40 really put on a show for us tonight, Ellis.
He really did. We talked earlier on about how many players there have been for years, Josh, that are about your size and with a heart just like yours. Talk a little bit about getting the opportunity to step up this year, tonight, and take over that tradition.
It feels great to just take over what a dynasty. After all those good players you come through, to just take leadership on the field, play hard. It feels great.
Talk a little bit about your quarterback. A new quarterback this year, obviously, and Jeff. And he comes in, he gets his first start as a junior. And talk a little bit about him, because he seemed to be comfortable, and I wonder whether that carries over a little bit.
I think he feels pretty comfortable playing up with us. He didn't have any jitters. He came out, played. He did great out there. So did our line.
Last question for you. Your offensive line had one returning starter. It was up facing a defense that has 3 returning starters on the line. And I felt North Allegheny obviously had its way. Talk about the offensive line and its matchup tonight against Mount Lebanon.
I feel our line did really good out there. We worked harder, more in shape than they were. Just came out ready to beat them down.
All right, congratulations, Pittsburgh Sports Report player of the game. Great game. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Josh Bergman with a great night here tonight for North Allegheny, and tremendous effort out of the gate by this team. And again, this could have gone one of two ways, as we said. They could have been in a celebratory mood, saying, oh, it's our first game in our stadium, new season. We won the state championship last year. And they could have taken it rather lightly, but they didn't. They came in here very businesslike, just like we knew that Art Walker Jr. would have them prepared and ready for this game. And they actually turned methodical during this game, didn't they?
Absolutely do, and he's ready to go.
All right, let's talk to Art Walker Jr. right now. Coach, obviously a rout on the scoreboard here tonight, and I know your team was very businesslike in its duties and got the job done. And as Ellis kept commenting time and time again, it all started up front. That line of scrimmage just plowed some holes open.
Well, I got to give credit to the kids first and foremost, but coaching staff did a great job getting a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces, a lot of new names ready for a game, in week 1. And I think we eliminated mistakes. We didn't have turnovers. We were very limited in penalties, and we knew that was going to be a big factor. And very happy with how the line responded. We needed to run the ball. And with a lot of first-year starters, I'm sure as coaches will find some mistakes on film tomorrow morning, but proud of how they came out and played hard tonight.
And, Coach, you and I talked earlier this week. Talk a little bit about something we referenced, and that was maybe challenging them either in the pregame or obviously over the course of the summer. How did you treat these guys in that regard? And, by the way, does anybody ever like to fall down after getting hit? Because you had about 10 guys running through players all night long.
Well, we talked about being physical. That was the number one thing, effort and playing physical and playing relentless on defense. And we did that tonight. Really the focus was just every year is different. You want it to be your team, your year. It's got to be your mark. You got to do your job. We can't use anything from the past because so many of those guys have gone and moved on. So you got to make your mark, and it's your time. Make the most of it.
You mentioned earlier this week trying to be unpredictable in every way. You look predictable in terms of your defense, just taking control of it. Did you get the look you were looking for offensively and assess the quarterback in his first start?
Well, the defense did a great job. Defensive staff gets those guys ready every week and understanding what an opponent's going to be doing to try to, attack our defense. So you got to give those guys first the credit to getting the kids lined up and putting them in a great position to defend. Quarterback did a great job. I thought he had jitters all week, and he came out, cut it loose, and played hard, and the guys around him supported him. So it was a total team effort tonight, and that's what we like.
I think NA proved it again tonight, Coach, that players graduate, but tradition never does. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Art Walker
bye-bye.
Jr., the head coach of the NA Tigers, a big win here tonight. I think this team's ready to go at it again, and they're going to put some heat on the rest of the Quad A, don't you?
Earlier tonight, we looked at the top 10 in Quad A, and they were up there. And as we talked earlier, 23 in the country, and a lot of people would say, is that because of what happened last year, the years before? Is that a payment of that? You know what? I don't know if 23 in the country, but they certainly are as good as anybody in the top 5 in the state right now. Give them a lot of credit for how they came out and responded to a challenge I'm sure Art Walker and his staff put on them all summer.
Want to thank Katie Lightholder for her work on the sideline with Ellis Cannon, Chris Shovlin on behalf of everybody at Viewpoint Productions and Xfinity High School Football right here on Xfinity On Demand. Big night tonight for NA, the coming out party after their state championship, and they win running away. And speaking of running away, there's our guy, Josh Bergman, running away with things, and that's what we saw here tonight on Xfinity On Demand.